We back up in this bitch.
If they wanted to take it outside in the parking lot, the ex-wife and her homegirl would have been well within her right to put a little beat down on the mistress.
Oh my God, I just want to get on this mic and talk to my girl.
Yeah, we still got some fucking ninjas out here that don't know no better.
How dare you? You think that it's appropriate to take a woman, a young woman who is still a minor, and put her in front of the congregation to apologize?
Him, he just a ninja. I mean, he was cheating from the door. She said it. He didn't give a shit about nobody but himself.
We might find out some shit tomorrow that we had no idea. So I'm just gonna sit and wait.
Listen, something don't smell right to me, but I'm a mind my business. But I'm not, because I want to know what y'all think.
So stop acting like, oh, we're not taking handouts. Bitch, you are a handout. You taking our money.
Hey. Welcome to Three Aunties and a Mic, the podcast about grown folks ish. I am your girl, V with the T. I have with me Weekday with the everyday drama and Miss Bookworm with the read. What's up, ladies?
Hello.
Hey, hi.
Okay, Weekday, you over there looking so cute. Looking like
Girl, listen,
somebody's
Glam.
auntie.
I gotta get
Yes,
myself
like a
together.
glam auntie.
Yes, I am the glam auntie today. I gotta get my life together. Life is life, girl. Life is lifing. I keep telling people, okay, I'm gonna mind the business that pays me. When
I
people
know
No,
do
that's
you're
this,
right.
they're
not.
gonna drag you out. They're gonna drag you into that bullshit. That's what it is. I'm trying to, but people want to drag you in. So I'm gonna have to jump in there and say things that don't sound nice, won't be nice. But other
What kind
than
of
that,
drama you done got into this week? You
well,
drama free?
no, never drama. I'm partial. These last couple of weeks, I've been partially on my. This is May is mental health month, and I'm trying to get my mental health together. Plus, I'm trying to get ready for my birthday party, which is next Sunday. So Mother's Day is this
Okay.
Sunday. So it's a lot of things going on, a lot of moving parts right now. But girl, I was telling I said I was on my way. If y'all don't know, I'm that auntie that does play the lottery with the hopes and dreams that somebody's gonna give me some money, right? So I get behind these people at the machine. Now I think people don't understand this. The machine concept is the same goddamn concept is self service at the damn supermarket, right? Why are you trying to play $100 worth of lottery tickets at the machine? No. That is not what the machine is for. The machine is for those get in and get out. Well, this mofo now I done put up with
Now,
two.
who rule is this? Yours or just
This is
it's
Uh huh.
just one of those? It's
this is
just
the
one of those
rule.
things that you just know to do. It's like an unwritten
Yeah,
rule.
that's right. It is. It's a
Okay.
It
courtesy.
is. It's a
So I mean,
courtesy, yeah.
so these two
That's
nanas.
why I ain't too mad at her. I'm like, it
Yeah,
is a courtesy. Because I
yeah.
be
These two
on that damn
nanas.
machine. You already know
Yeah,
how I do
yeah.
with my
That's right.
scratch offs.
Yeah. So the two nanas, they get up there and they like, oh yeah, I'm with that. I'm like, heifer, we're gonna be here all day. I'm playing three. I played three. I don't play the Mega Million because it's $5 too much money. I play the Powerball. I only
Right.
get three tickets. That's all I get is three. I don't even do. I mean, when I go to Jersey, I might do some scratch off. But these people at the lottery thing are pissing me off. Then the guy who went and scratched off and then put his ticket under the thing. Motherfucker, are you serious? There are
Yeah.
people behind you.
Yup.
Like, oh, let me check and
That's
make
what
sure.
get on my nerves.
and
Yeah.
and then and then continues to buy new ones and do the same thing. I'm trying to hold my patience, trying to pull it together. I'm like,
I'm
okay, you
not
know
that
what?
old yet. I'm not
Yeah,
that old yet.
no, but
I will go
I'm getting
home and
pissed.
scratch my shit.
Yeah,
I
I will
will
scratch my
go.
stuff out. I mean, you gotta think. I said Jersey. I go all the way to Delaware and scratch my shit, and then when I come back to Jersey, I was like, oh, I'm gonna get
Right. You
my
just
payout.
cash it in.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm not going to just like do that to people. They just stand there scratching. So the
They
old lady
do.
that was behind, what was it, Monday? She kept looking back. I kept standing there. She kept looking back. I want to say, Heifer, why you keep looking back? I want to tell people, like, I know that we're supposed to respect our elders, but God damn it, you got to earn it. And you looking back at me while you standing at that machine spending $100 and playing box and playing day numbers and night numbers too. Like you weren't even buying like the Mega Millions or even scratch off. You
Oh,
playing?
she was
Oh,
buying dailies.
yeah, she was buying. Oh, two.
She was
She
buying
played
dailies.
211. I wanted three ways to 211. Girl, are you serious? I mean,
Go
and
to
I'm
the
just standing
people.
there. Go to the people when you got that because that's
Yeah,
really not
you gotta
fair.
go to the
I'm sorry.
people.
So I'm gonna say this to you, Nana. You just lucky that I was not on my shit, cause I was getting ready to lay your ass out. Like, ma'am. Finally, she saw that I wasn't moving. I mean, she went. This went on for like 20 minutes,
I
and I was
believe
not
you.
leaving. And then finally, she went to the counter. Man, play your ticket with the people. Those machines are supposed to be da 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 1 2 3 out, right? It's the same. Y'all can say whatever y'all want to. It's the same how you be feeling about these people that get up into that 15 or less, and they got 200 items. They done got 3 cases of soda. That most of these people look like they're one prick away from diabetes. Like, really, dude? Come on now. Let's do better, people. So that's pretty much my
Mm-mm-mm.
rant for the day. Other than today, just was like the people at the other place was just worrying me to death. Like, I don't know what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna let them find out. Okay, and that's how we're gonna leave that.
Lord Jesus.
Other than that,
Well, I've been good. I can't really I can't really call it.
no complaints, huh?
I have no complaints. My knee is hurting, and I don't know why. And I got my first 5K ever on Saturday, so I'm like, listen, knee don't fail me now. I wasn't
Start
Oh,
planning to
walking.
run it. I was planning to walk it, but
but still, you want your,
I want to get through it. Yeah, I want to get my
yeah.
little medal at the end. So
Do you have a
we shall
brace
see.
that you could put on it?
Yeah, you can get
I
one.
probably do. I probably have a brace I can put on it. Yeah. So
That'll help.
Mhm.
yeah. But other than that, I'm chilling. Just been working a lot and um ain't a whole lot going on over here. It's been quiet. I went to a this Italian restaurant on Monday because I don't like to do Mother's Day the day of. There's too many people out there. Don't be taking me out to eat on Mother's Day. It's gonna piss me off. So we went
Yeah.
out on Monday,
I wish
and it
my
was really
in-laws would follow that.
I wish my
it was
mama would
But
follow that too.
yeah, like because
oof,
they rush you. The quality of the food is not the same, and I just
yep.
don't take
The
me to no
prices are
restaurant.
different.
Mhm.
Yeah, they have limited menus, so no, I
Limited,
like to
yeah.
just go. If you're gonna take me out to eat, take me out prior to Mother's Day weekend. So, but it's called Number 246. And if y'all are ever in Atlanta and y'all like Italian food, it was so delicious,
Oh,
absolutely
that's good.
phenomenal. So, but other than that, just been hanging out a lot because the weather's been good. So I'm starting to get out in these streets and enjoy, being out
Yeah.
here in the Atlanta area. There's always something to do, like literally every day of the week. So you never get bored. So I'm just working and enjoying my surroundings. I can't complain about much of nothing.
That's
Um,
good.
Good.
yeah. So what's going on with you, Bookworm?
Nothing, just allergies, struggles. That
Yeah.
literally, that is what is y'all sent that pollen right on up here. So, but also it was state standardized testing was going on.
Mhm.
A lot of school districts, I don't know if it's an East Coast thing because a couple weeks ago when I was at a birthday party, I was sitting with actual other educators and they were getting ready for the state standardized testing and everything. And to be honest, we hate it, we hate it, we hate it. The kids hate it, we definitely hate it. Um, I think it's bias. So you
Mhm.
already know me. I think these tests are biased. I don't even agree with the wording of all of them and things like that. So this has been going on for at this time of this recording, we are on our last day And it has been 3 straight days this week. And last week, I think was it one day? It was 2 days last week.
Wow.
So it was like 2 days of science, a day of English, a day of just writing, just all writing. And then today was math. And it just stresses your kids out. It is that
Mm.
time of year where the weather is breaking, the one thing that was going on, we have our windows open in the classroom just so you're flowing fresh air and everything, but everybody is sneezing, everybody's coughing. I had to actually go downstairs as a runner and go get a box of tissues from the office just to bring up because the classroom ran out of tissues. Like
Wow.
it's
Wow.
that bad, yeah. And besides, they started both testings in the weeks. They start on Monday. Mondays are the worst days to test anyone. I don't
Mm.
care. Coming off of a weekend, coming off of rest. I'm telling you, Mondays in schools are very, I don't want to say chaotic, but it's very hard transitioning into a new day coming off of a weekend. And
Right.
people are tired, people are late. Honey, we can't even, charging Chromebooks is not even an option trying to send them home. We had to have them leave their laptops in school and the charging stations. So I'm just glad all of this is over. I'm glad this is the last day. And standardized testings be damned. That's all I got to say. And all it is you know what? It keeps people having something to do. And I don't want to complain that, some jobs are just like frivolous. But at a time where this economy and jobs are slim or whatever, I'd just be glad if I had just to have a job. So there's that. But my God, these standardized testing, we just don't need it. We don't. The way they measure academia and things like that, it's bullshit. It's bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it.
Mm-mm-mm.
So that's what we
All
got
right,
going
lady.
on this week.
Well, let's go ahead and get into the show. There is a lot to discuss. It's a
It
lot going
is.
on. Um, I would like to talk about um, the Voting Rights Act, but let's hold that off till next week. I think that
Hmm.
deserves some, you know, what I want to say, its own show. Um, so I just
A
want to
deep
talk about
dive.
that and just make sure everybody understands everything and the importance of voting, why it's so important, why it matters even more, that sort of thing. But there's so much to going on
Mm.
in the entertainment world, the celebrity gossip, all that stuff. So I figured we spend some time today, you know, doing a little gossiping amongst the aunties. But before we get into that, let's go ahead and read the
Before
room, Miss Bookworm.
before we trash the celebs, let's be mindful. That
Yes,
May
right?
is Mental Health Month. Let's be mindful. But no, so today we're just going to read the room really, really quickly about just a reminder about Mental Health Month, mental health awareness. May is that month that it's celebrated. It's been celebrated actually since 1949,
Oh,
where the awareness
wow.
is starting to come into play. Every year, the National Mental Health Alliance and National Mental Health Organizations, is a few of them, they come together and they come up with a theme. And this year's theme was I actually like it. Well, not that I wouldn't, but this year's theme is more good days, comma, together. So, more good days together. And this is to encourage us to reflect on what a good day actually looks like for us as individuals and for us collectively. as a community. So it's also wants to shed some light and take away the stigma. Also, this year they want to use social media more with the hashtags, and want more encourage more people to share their stories to take away the stigma. My story is I've been 8 years with a therapist. Having therapists every other week. I am there. She is like, in my eyes, she can't retire. Actually, and it's going to be a month between sessions because she's getting knee surgery done. And I'm like, yeah, all right, but we do this for Zoom. How much recovery time do you need? Like, I need to talk to you. I want to talk to you. And I get all excited and everything. So it's my relationship with my therapist is just beautiful. It's beautiful. I have a black woman, and I just struck gold my first time out the gate when I found her. So I really, really love her and adore her. And she has the progression I have made thus far, where I know what a good day is compared to a not good day. So they have different challenges, things like that. So just, if you want to share a story or encouragement or something on social media, just make sure the hashtag, they got tons of hashtags, acronyms and things around mental health you can do. There is a challenge that I really, really love, and it's called the 400 minutes of movement during
Mm,
the month of May. Now, this is during the month of May. So it's roughly 13 minutes per day. If you
mm,
if you break it down, 13 minutes per day, move, get some fresh air, get some sort of light, some vitamin D. Even on listen, I love a good rainy day, not a stormy
mhm,
day, but a rainy day because I'm a grounder. So I go outside and ground barefoot, and I love wet grass. I love wet concrete. Um, Water is just my thing, and my it's a
mhm,
soothing, it's a healing energy for me personally. So I do grounding when it's wet, so I like that. So just 13 minutes per day, which if you do that, that's your challenge. That you just 13 minutes per day of movement, stretching, just walking, anything, just to stop what you're doing during the day and just focus and breathe. Hey, that just comes out to 13 minutes, and you already have your 400 minutes of movement during the month. And mental health, that aspect of it is to prove that mental health is very vital to physical health and vice versa. So that's what that challenge
that makes
is.
sense.
Yep. And so Friday, May 15th, that is actually Mental Health Day of Action. Just check on somebody. That's
Mhm,
it. Just send a text, you can even do it through social media if you see they're on, or if they made a left a post or something, just, acknowledging that and everything. It does something for the togetherness of your good day. And then just the 5 C's of mental health, and that is connection, compassion, coping, competence, and control. And all of that basically is saying the connection is the nurturing of the relationships. Compassion is self kindness.
mm,
Uh, Coping is your way of managing your stress. Competence is you feeling capable. That's it. Just feel capable and you can get through it. And control, that's when you're taking control of your own life to maintain your mental health. So also remember, if you're going through or you're having a crisis, you're not out here alone. You can also text 988,
mhm.
and that will lead you to where you can get, some help. So
Shout
basically,
out
there's
to
so
my
many
shout out to my daughter. She's a
who
shift
works for
leader.
988.
She's a shift leader
Yes,
for nine eight
yes.
eight.
Y'all, there's just so many resources, tools, online therapy, in-house therapy. Mine I do online now. The first, what was it? The first 3 years were in person, and then once the pandemic hit, it started to go to Zoom, and now it's just there. She was keeping her place for people that she needed to see for safety reasons, like they needed that time to get out the house. I don't know if she still does that, but therapy is out there online. Um, it's just so many resources. Let's just take the stigma away from mental health and give it more awareness, and so many lives will be saved. Honest to
Yeah.
goodness.
So it's interesting that I was online this morning. I typically kind of get on social media in the morning, um, before I officially get on my work email, just to, get my mind
Hmm.
right. And Tyrese has posted something about, so he was running out of gas. He was in LA. He was running out of gas. Sidebar: why the gas $7 a gallon in LA? But that's
What
a whole other story for another
child?
day. Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
um, and so there was a cop, and so he pressed record on his cell phone. He said because there was a cop, and so he just wanted to be prepared. He out there in LA, black guy driving a Rolls Royce. He just want to make sure, you know, he got some evidence just in case something go left.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, there was this guy, um, that I guess recognized him or whatever, and I don't remember if Tyrese just felt something was off with him, or if the guy first approached him because he was Tyrese. But Tyrese ended up like preaching to him,
Mm-hmm.
and because the guy was suicidal, and it sounds
Wow.
like he was getting ready to head down that way. And Tyrese said, it's amazing how God works. I ran out of gas, and you ran out of gas, but not
Mhm.
he didn't
Mm-hmm.
run out of gas, with his car. He ran out of gas mentally.
Mentally.
So
Lifely.
Tyrese
Yep.
was running out of gas with his car. He was telling him how he didn't even realize his tank was that low. And thankfully he was going downhill, so he didn't have to put no pressure on his pedal. And so he was able to make it to the gas station. And he says, and what was
Wow.
me making it to this gas station at this time, because I was headed somewhere else, but my car said, nah, you need to head to the gas station
Right.
and to run into
Divine
you.
intervention.
Mhm.
Yes. And so he recorded the whole thing because his phone was on. So at first, for the longest, the screen was just black because, he hadn't recorded it for him. He was just recording it because he's a
Right.
cop. And then eventually he picked up the phone and turned it toward him and the guy. And the
Wow.
guy, said his name, and he told him it was okay to post it. And it was just such a powerful message about God's grace and mental health, and just you just talking about just checking in with people
Oh
and
yeah.
doing this together. Like, that was just such an awesome moment for someone to take the time. Again, he headed somewhere else. He had to stop and get gas. He might have been running late, but to see and notice that this person needed something, and to just take that time to do that, it just reminded me of what you were talking about
Wow.
and how important it
Yeah.
is. And the man
Oh
got on his
gosh, yeah.
post and replied and said that it wasn't for him even about who Tyrese was. Like, he won't try to take no pictures with him
Mhm.
or anything. He just was Tyrese was pouring into him, and he was so thankful for that.
Receiving
It
it.
didn't
Amen.
He
matter.
That's
was
It
right.
didn't matter
receiving
who he
it.
was. It wasn't about, oh my God, I've seen this celebrity. Let me take pictures. Like, it was about just, you saved my life, like literally. Um, so just I think it's so important that we all remember that, you know, you never know what somebody's going through. I have
You
on my
know who
license
did
plate.
that? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh no, go ahead.
Um uh Tiana did that to Chanel Jones. Remember we talked about her book,
Hmm.
Chanel Jones. Is it Chanel
Mhm.
Chanel? I'm so sorry
No,
if I'm messing up her name,
Hmm.
Chanel.
it's enough.
And she talked her book. She was on the red carpet at an event I'm sure we're going to speak about later. And in turn, when she was supposed to be interviewing Rihanna was like, "No, how was your day?" How is your
Mm,
day going? How has your day been? And turned around and poured into her while on the red carpet.
yeah, that's
And I
amazing.
don't know if Rihanna knew who she was, but I'm pretty sure because she's on the New York station in the
Mm-hmm.
mornings and everything.
Hmm.
But she turned around and poured into Chanel, and it was just like it almost is if the spirit moved her to do it in that
Hmm.
moment and moved her, and you could just see that Chanel needed that with everything that she has been going through, that
Mm-hmm.
somebody took the time to say, no, how are you? and
Hmm.
and and that goes with the same, like with the Tyrese theme and everything, just it doesn't take a lot just to be kind and
It doesn't.
compassionate.
No.
It just doesn't take that much energy, and in
It really does.
actuality it'll make you feel good. It's
Hmm.
therapeutic.
Yeah, and a lot of times, I always go back to the four agreements. They need to just go ahead and give me some free stock in that. Um, but I always do go back to the four agreements because it's usually never about you. It's always about the other
Nope.
person. And sometimes it's hard as humans, we're selfish sometimes by nature, right? It's hard for us to understand that this person, the way somebody's reacting to you has 9 times out of 10 has nothing to do with you. It has to do with
With you.
them. It has to do with
Yeah.
their what they're going through. It has to do with their insecurities. It has to do with, life, whatever it is, but it's not you. You're just caught in that crossfire. And if you
Yep.
remember that, you won't take things so personal. Like that's another agreement. Don't take things personal.
That's it.
You
Don't
won't
take things
you won't
personal.
that you won't take things personal. And I just think that it's important
Oh,
to
I do.
always, anytime I feel like something's off with someone, I just reach out. If I haven't talked to someone in a long time, I'll just reach out and say, "Hey, I'm thinking of you. How are you?" I
Yeah.
did that to a
Yeah.
friend recently, and he picked up the phone and called me like almost immediately in the middle of his workday. Like, thanks so much, V, for checking on me. Like, we all need that. No matter how glamorous our life
Yep.
looks, you hear about so
It
many
ain't
people that seem to
perfect.
have it all together that are just, falling apart on the inside. So,
Yeah. It
I think mental health awareness month is super important. I love the fact that Black people, our people, are starting to embrace therapy,
and taking the
and
stigma away. Yep.
I love
Mm-hmm.
it. I love it, and I fully, fully support it. Speaking of that,
More
y'all,
good
let's get into this.
days.
Let's get into this, Doctor
Mm,
Cheyenne Bryant. What the hell?
mm, mm.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she not no therapist. Word on the street is her doctorate is an honorary degree.
Yeah.
No, I think
Um,
she is the doctorate, the honorary, and then her masters are real, correct? But
Yeah.
she does not have a I went to school and worked on this doctorate.
she
I
has
I
no.
did a
From what I've
dissertation.
been
No
reading,
dissertations,
there's
no
nobody can find a
defending.
dissertation anywhere or anywhere on
Damn
Google,
it, lady.
anywhere. And
But they've been saying that for a long time that really nobody could find the information. And she's been going around saying she's a doctor. And now she's saying, I'm not going to
my life
practice.
is hurt.
Practice what, bitch? You weren't practicing before. I mean, who were you practicing on?
Hmm.
I mean, that's the question. Who have you been
Exactly
practicing
when
on?
exactly when did she start incorporating doctor in her
It's
title?
been forever.
It's been
It's
a
been
long time. Yeah, ever
she's been
since she
she's
been
been
To the
doing
out
her.
here.
point where no one even tried to check, like Dr. Umar. Is he a doctor?
Hell no.
He's
He's a
I, I
self-proclaimed.
I thought he was a clinical psychologist. He's not.
Is he?
I don't
I
know,
don't know.
but I thought he was. Yeah, I think he's
I
legit.
have no
He's
idea.
crazy as a
Okay.
bed bug, but I think he's legit.
I'm telling you, just
Um,
as nutty as a fruitcake.
Look at you.
but
What is it, Dr.
I'm just,
Umo?
I'm just so shocked because of the way she portrays herself, the way she sits out here and says, and that's why it's so important. Speaking of mental health, right? We got to make sure that we are doing our due diligence. You need to interview these therapists. You need to ask them specific questions, because if your
Uh-huh.
mental health gets to a point where you need a psychiatrist or someone to step in to diagnose and prescribe. If you messing around with these so be called licensed therapists that really ain't licensed in nothing but
Mhm.
their ego, they don't even have the credentials to get you to the right people to even say, okay, let me give you a referral. How's she referring somebody?
Cause she
Mhm.
Like,
sure enough ain't in Psychology Today magazine, cause that's where I got mine.
that's where everybody go to get theirs, but you can read their bio, you can see all their information, and
Yes,
it's
yes.
important that you do
And
that.
then
You
you
do that
reach
due
out,
diligence.
have a meet and greet type
Yes,
thing. Like, what the hell, lady?
Yeah, and he's a they say
he's
he
a
is
clinical psychologist.
certified, yeah, a
Okay,
clinical
cool.
psychologist. Yeah,
All
Yeah,
right,
because to be
cool.
a
Then
doctor
by
in
all
psychology,
means.
yeah,
you're either a psychiatrist, like a doctor,
yeah.
or you're
Right,
a
right.
because my daughter wants to be a clinical
Psychologist.
psychologist. So you're a clinical psychologist if you
Yeah,
have doctor in front of your name, or
yeah,
you're either a psychiatrist.
yeah.
It's one of the two.
Right.
Yeah. So I thought that he was, because there's not that many of them actually. There's not that many clinical
Gotcha.
psychologists. When you think about all the therapists in the world, there's not that many clinical psychologists. So that's why I remember reading up about him. So I thought that was accurate. He's just crazy.
Yeah,
Um,
and the
So
bed bug. Hmm.
so there's no
he's a life coach.
Psychology Today, or no, but there's no Psychology Today on Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. Okay.
No, she is a life
So
coach.
to be a life coach, and that's all well and fine because she knows how to speak and how to hold an audience
Hmm.
and
But
how to,
life
I mean,
coaching and
hey,
therapy
hey,
are two
Are
it's
different
totally
things.
two
different.
different things. Two. Yup.
Yes. And it's
She,
important for somebody to know that going into this. And this is the other
Very
thing, right?
much.
Talking about mental health, there are so many broken people out here that are
mm,
using Google and Facebook and social media as
mhm,
their therapist. And you're all over these platforms
mhm,
professing to be something that you're not.
All
And you got
loud
to
and
be
wrong.
careful with that, because
mhm.
you could sway somebody the wrong way. This reminds me, remember that little black guy, little young black guy that was pretending to be a doctor? I
Yes,
forgot his
yes, yes, yes,
name.
yes. Yeah, but I know what
Like,
he looked like. I could, yes.
yes, I see his face right now. Like,
Yup.
yo, like to me, there is no difference, because some people are saying, y'all are taking this too far. This ain't that serious. No, mental health is serious. That is
Mhm,
just like your physical health. Your mental health is just, it's health. That is
mhm.
my
That was
brain.
up.
Like,
Yep.
no, I don't play about
Yep.
my health, whether it's mental health,
Nope.
physical health, spiritual health. I don't play about emotional health.
Well,
I don't play
this
about
is the
none of that.
problem that I think the ignorance of the people saying this, and
That's
yes,
it.
I'm going to call
That's
you
the
ignorant
one.
at this point,
Yup.
okay? Because at this point, your physical health, your mental health is also not helping your physical health. So if you're going to the doctors lately, anybody's going to the doctors, I went yesterday, okay? But every time you go to the doctors, they ask you, the last question they ask is, um, have you felt like you need to kill yourself? Have you been depressed or whatever? Because all of that is in combination of who you are as a being. So people stop acting like your mental health is not a part of your physical health. Because guess what? If I want, and I'm not a psychologist, so I'm not going to tell you that, boom. But I'm going to tell you something else, boom. Right? It's attached to you. Okay. Your mental is attached to you. Okay.
Yes.
It's yours.
So it's yours. So you can't separate the two. You can't say, oh, my physical health. Listen, I'm going to go to a spiritual doctor for my physical health. Listen, I ain't got nothing against you. Go right ahead. But your mental is not some girl that you found, some woman you found on social media that speaks well and she got a following. And now you're gonna be going on there. It's like B said, I'd rather go on AI and talk to Charlene and say, Charlene, let me know what to do, right? Because
No,
that's where you're
seriously.
at. I mean, I'm being serious. That's where you're at with no, your mental health is a part of your physical. It's a part of you. Everything that goes with you. When your mental health is off, guess what? Your physical health is off too. Because when you're stressing, it can come out in strokes and heart attacks. It can come out in overeating. Those things are
Physical. Mhm.
triggers,
Mm-hmm.
okay? And that comes up here. So I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not taking up for her. I heard
Nope.
this. I've heard this for the last 3 years when somebody kept saying she's not no real damn doctor, and now she going around
Wow.
spouting this bullshit talking about, oh, I'm no longer going to be practicing. Practicing what? What, to jump rope? Bitch, where you
You s-
crazy?
because at what point do you turn from therapist
Yeah,
to life
life
coach
coach.
to now a grifter?
That's right, because that's what you
Like
are.
that's where that's and I don't want to say that's the direction it's going in or that is how we're getting ready to perceive you, but that is getting ready to how we're perceiving
What
you.
about
We
mine? We
have
need to check her mental health. I mean, for her to
well,
sit
yeah, there
there
too.
and say that crazy shit. I saw her
Mm-hmm.
on what Joe Buttons or whatever his name is podcast saying, so now I can charge differently. Charge for
Mm-hmm.
what? I
Grifter,
was just I was in shock. Like, charge for
grifter,
what? Okay,
and
if that's the
that's
case,
where the
y'all,
grifting comes in.
y'all listen. If that's the case, I'm gonna start charging for being for people to press my buttons and make me the angry black woman that some days I am. That's how crazy you
Listen,
sound.
it
Yeah,
does sound crazy, but in America, there's no
I know.
reason to
she
be
could get
broke
that
because
I
off.
people pay for any and
But
everything.
that's why I told I was just telling a friend of mine. I said, listen, don't ever worry about how much you charge for your products or your services, because I went to the Nellery and people will, and I don't go, y'all know I don't go
They'll
to the,
pay it.
I,
They will
they'll
pay it.
pay that place was so packed. I mean, like it was like standing room only, and I'm only there for some other reason, and I'm like thinking. And when she told me the price, I'm looking around like, and she said, "Well, gas is high, bitch. Gas high. This is bigger than
Everything's
gas.
has. Everything is
What
high.
you talking about? Because people paying $40 for a manicure. What happened to
And
the
they
$8
will.
And
manicure?
listen, and the $40 manicure is literally just a man, just a
What you
manicure.
dip in your hand in some palm
If
olive?
you
Remember
want,
back
no,
in the
once you
day?
start dipping, once you start adding acrylic, once you
Oh
start adding
yeah,
a design, that
yeah,
price go from 40 to
to
100.
100. Yeah, and
And it's
instantaneously.
prom time. It's prom time, so everything's going to be upcharged because they
Mm-hmm.
want more fanciness and more details and more decoration and all of this. It is getting it is not getting. It is
It is
expensive,
expensive.
not only for your necessities, but for the little things that we used to, do for ourselves, the little perks, the little side maintenances that would help with our mental health.
Right.
you know, now
Yeah,
now my little once I get my hair done once a month and it's just a wash, curl, shape me
yeah,
up and send me out. I'm not even there for an hour. But I'm just like, now I got to decide, am I going to put that $50 in my gas tank? Or
mm-hmm.
am I going to get my once a month self-care,
Yeah,
want? I can
Right.
make coffee at home. That's nothing. I can buy
nothing.
that shit in bulk.
That's right.
I
That's
know how to maneuver and do we've been down this road before, but
Mm-hmm.
damn.
Yeah, I mean,
Listen,
listen,
Damn.
and you're
that
exactly right.
brings
The
up,
mental
go
health.
ahead, weekday. What'd you say?
I said that I agree that everybody should have some kind of mental health thing that they want to do at least once a month. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Self-care,
Yeah,
yeah.
your self care is so important. And I'm gonna tell you too, I thought mine was cheap until I realized, God damn, I mean, I just would take a bath every Sunday and just lay in the tub. But now, you know, listen, when you got old people body, you need some Epsom salt. You need
Yes.
Oh
some bubble
yeah, and
bath.
that
You
done
need
went
some,
up. Remember,
yeah,
the
that shit
Epsom
is up.
salt went
Yeah,
up. It used to
yeah,
be like 4.75. Then it
yeah,
was a whole 2 years, maybe. Dr.
yeah.
Teals, listen up, Dr.
Yep,
Teals.
yep, girl.
You were
Yes, that's
standing
how
at
it
a
is.
strong $5 per bag.
Yes.
Now you're almost up to $6. And I know because I used to have every flavor lined up on
I
my
got it now. That's
tub.
why I'm going as soon as we get off this podcast into my Epsom
Yes.
salt bath.
Listen,
So I
so
know
I'm
how
gonna tell
much they
y'all too.
cost.
I'll tell you,
It
I
done
usually
went
buy
up.
from Costco. I buy it's two
Yeah.
2 pound bags in the Costco box for eight
Yep.
ninety nine. I remember
Yeah,
when it
you're
was only
right.
$6.99 when I would buy it.
Yep.
So I'm just telling y'all that was my listen, I don't big ball with my relaxation because no, I ain't letting them people mess with my nails and stuff. And everybody who know me know what I'm talking about. But I'm just saying, like I'm gonna have to figure out. Okay, now I gotta do my own nails, and I don't mind doing all that. But now I'm wondering my luxury bath ain't even going to be luxury anymore because I don't know
Hey,
if I
you
can
know
afford the
what?
bubbles.
But
You can
listen,
afford the bubbles.
um,
You afford them for your mental health.
Yeah,
That's one thing about your self care day.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You figure it out. You
That's
don't
right.
skimp on
and
your self care
yep,
day. You can
Yeah,
afford if you can afford everything else you got going on in your life.
yeah.
You can
That's
afford
true.
not to skimp on your self care day.
Yeah,
And I
yeah,
and
believe that. I
self
don't care what
care
kind of money you know, figure it out and figure
yeah.
out how to make
and
you be
self
able to
care
do that.
doesn't have to cost. Self care
No,
can be
that's right.
free at
Yeah,
free
a
ninety
walk.
nine. Go walk to the
Yeah,
park. Go
that's
sit
right.
on the porch. Go just sit in the tub.
Yeah,
Just an hour. Hey, we even said 13 minutes a day. I
yeah.
mean, you give me
Or
13
read a
minutes and
book.
I could smoke a third of a joint in 13 minutes. I could sit still for 13 minutes and get myself together. So it doesn't and we're we're not making light of the situation where we have to,
Mm-mm.
God,
choose between our hair
yeah,
and putting gas in the car when some people have to choose between
Right.
going to
eating.
work, calling out, or
Yeah,
putting because they can't put gas in the car and all of these. Some people have struggle decisions to
yeah,
make, and it's sad, it's bad, but y'all hang in
Yep.
there.
So let's talk about that. So let me see where I want to start. We're gonna talk about spirit. We're gonna talk about this Met Gala. Okay. Because I
uh,
think that they kind of go together, in my opinion. Y'all can agree to disagree, whatever, we good. But
Hey, it's a hot topic.
yeah.
yes, so Spirit, unfortunately halted all services. They didn't even have enough money when they couldn't get the bailout to last 24 hours. My heart goes out to all of those employees. My heart goes out to everybody
But
that had booked a flight with them that's trying to now figure out how they're going to get back. I mean, we all know that it was a budget airline. So to have to rebook your flight with one of these higher priced airlines to
For
get home or to get back
quadruple
wherever you were,
for
that's gonna be tough. Even those that have prepared themselves and got insurance and things like that, like
still not
it's a
enough.
mess. But I think it's important, number one, to recognize that things like this are happening. We don't sometimes really understand our country being at war that we really didn't need to be at war about, the impact that that war has. It's more than
the
just our military going over there and fighting, right? It's much bigger than that. And in
huge.
spirit having the issues that they have, these gas prices going up the way they're going up, our Epsom salt going up the way it's going up.
Yeah,
All of this plays a role in the decisions that are being made by our government and wars and local, state, federal government and the decisions that they're making. And it's affecting us as
everyday
United States
citizens.
citizens every
Yep.
single day. Now, the other thing I want to talk about is the Met Gala. Now, y'all know I love fashion. I love me a red carpet, but my understanding was that there was going to be a little bit of a ban on the Met Gala this year because of all the shit that's going on. Y'all are telling me that y'all done went over here and raised 42 million freaking dollars for a damn museum. And how many employees just lost their job? That's not even counting all the other shit we got
Yippers.
going on. And
Nothing is
I
making
understand
sense.
life goes on, And some people are like, oh, people are just being jealous because they didn't get invited to the Met Gala. Like, it's not about that. It's so much bigger than
Mhm.
that. And shout out to Jennifer Lewis, shout out to Taraji P Henson, who basically said, "What the fuck is wrong with you people? Like, do you need that much attention, that much, you know, people, oh my God, look at their dress. Oh my God, this is wonderful. That you're not seeing the bigger picture and the fact that you are, what we call celebrity and the impact that you have. And this is what you choose to do in this time. And the whole Jeff Bezos thing, like, oh, no, this is not his event. Yes, he was just on
He was a
the committee.
sponsor. He was
He
a
was a major
Right.
sponsor. That's
sponsor.
it.
But
He was a
that's
major
my
That's
point. Like,
all.
even though
That's
he was
all.
on the committee, he was a sponsor. He
That's it.
Him being there speaks volumes. I don't care what his role was in this day and age with all this shit we got going on and what Trump is doing. Like, seriously, people?
and
So
him
that's
laying
my
off a bunch
take on it.
of Jeff Bezos laid off a bunch of people. Uh, I
Yes.
just think
Yes.
that
Half
Yeah.
okay,
his
so the
workers
spirit,
can't even afford to,
yeah,
to, to put gas in their car.
Oh, they
most of
can't
those
even
workers
afford
are,
a bathroom break. They got to
yeah,
piss in cups.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, most of them
That
are
part.
are getting food stamps because they're not even getting a full 40-hour work week because they do the same thing as that Walmart shit does, right?
Yes.
Nobody really works the full 40-hour work week. Um,
Right. Right.
the Spirit Airlines, that's I've never been on Spirit Airlines, and I don't give a shit. I mean, it's an airline. It takes you from point A to point B, and everybody chooses where they want, how they want to fly. I
Mm-hmm.
think it is terrible. I think the guy that's raising the money that I gotta go back out. I think I wrote it down so I can give my contribution, even though I've
Mm-hmm.
never wrote Spirit. I feel like it's bigger than Spirit, people. It's the 7,000 people at Spirit that lost their job in a matter of, okay, you flew here, but now you got to get your ass, because it's not just the people that were visiting wherever they were at. It's also the people that were on that flight that worked for
Mm-hmm.
Spirit. Now they had to figure out how to get their asses back to where
Yep.
their base is and to
Their
come back home.
location. Yeah.
And
Because
yeah, to
them
come back
planes are
home,
literally sitting
stop.
there.
Grounded.
My
That's
my
what
They're
my
that's what
grounded.
husband has a friend who works at the Atlanta airport, and they, like, literally, they're
They're
just sitting there.
grounded.
yeah,
That's
that's
it.
it.
What can you
That's
do?
it.
We cannot
Yeah.
afford to take them back to where
No,
our
that's
hub
right.
is.
No,
We can't
it's
afford to do
Nope.
nothing.
any of that.
Nothing. So I mean, those
Legally,
people
they
had
can't
to
even
get back.
fly.
No, they can't fly. Those people had to get back also. So we're talking about not all 7,000 people, but there were people that were on the ground, knowing that that minute that nobody gave them money, that now this ruins their whole life. I want to say this, okay, before I jump to the Met Gala, because I hear a lot of young people saying, "Oh, you guys had it better." No, we didn't. You guys,
You
if y'all,
guys, who?
you
Huh?
guys too. Okay, when I was in
Who?
my 20s, let me help you out.
The
I was
Gen
making
X's?
20,
They
I was
talking
making
about
26.
us?
Yeah, because they always talk about, oh, the rent was lower. Listen, I was making $26,000 a year at 26, paying $500 a month. And when I tell you $26,000, let me even help you know that that was pre-fed money, right? So you know I wasn't bringing that home. So I want to tell you, young people, stop believing this glorifying this, like it was, oh, this great, and y'all own homes. At the time, interest rates for owning a home was like a 14-15%. If y'all really want to know the truth, they weren't down to these levels. So we have been on the struggle bus too. We know this is nothing new. Okay. I want to also bring to the attention that there are a lot of people on the struggle bus, and we're being lied to, telling people unemployment is great. Unemployment it's at its all time
It's
horrible.
awful. It's
It's awful,
awful.
and we need to make sure that, if nothing else, and I'm gonna bring my cousins to the front. Y'all need to learn survival and stop crying and learn what we learned, is that survival is all that we got. And I think Jennifer Lewis said it best when she was like, we'll figure it out. We know what to do. We know what to do in these hard times. And this is about family. This is when we had a village, right? And the village would come together, and we would all come together to make sure one person didn't fall from the village. We need that mentality right now. because all of us are dealing with hard times. You don't think that gas ain't high for me? I,
Shit.
I don't move that damn car out of that driveway, out of that
I'm
garage, unless
trying to.
there's a good damn reason for it. I'm hoofing around the neighborhood. If I gotta go to the grocery store, I'm rethinking that. I mean, right now, people that usually drive on vacation, you're gonna be as much money as you spend on an airline.
On the airline
I mean,
now.
And keep in mind that this is what I'll say about Spirit, right? Now, I done had my thing about Spirit is that, the folks that be on them planes sometimes they be a little ghetto, but Spirit has been in play for 30 something years,
yeah,
Yep.
it's been working.
and it's a budget airline which allowed people who typically would not be able to fly and see the world, visit family, the opportunity to do so.
Yeah,
And
Or
now
just
that's and now
emergencies.
right, and
yeah.
now that's
Emergency.
gone.
You got to get there. There are times when people have to get from point
Or
Right,
A to
somebody
point B
passed away.
right.
expeditiously.
Yeah, and you got to
And
be
Right.
there. I
now
mean,
that's gone. The
yeah,
big plane is
College.
still in play. You
Think of
still
the
have Frontier,
colleges.
you still have
yeah.
Breeze, but Spirit was
Well, how these kids
a
getting
major
home from
hub.
from? Yeah, this ain't no. It's
Yeah.
not good.
I mean, and the other part. Okay, so let's talk about this Met thing. Met people. I'm not jealous of people that are spending $100,000 to go eat probably rubber chicken. Number one,
I mean, it's been going on for
because
years.
it's been
Oh
going on for
yeah,
years. I mean,
yeah.
listen, if you
I
want
ain't
to
never
get
had no
invited to,
problem with it till
I,
now.
I
Well,
mean,
I've
the
had a
bottom
problem
line
with it
is,
before now, but I really got a problem with it now.
I've never wanted to say, oh my God, I gotta get a ticket to the Met. For years, if y'all like to know, you couldn't just pay to go. It was invitation only for
Yes.
a very long time. But they're raising this money for the Met, and if anybody doesn't know it's the Metropolitan of Art.
Right.
It's a museum, right?
Yeah.
And so
In New
this
York.
this in New York. So if everybody, but they have Mets all over the country. If y'all like to know, I used to be a
Hmm.
member of the museum. So yes, I can tell y'all it's invitation only. And yes, if I wanted to pay for it, I could have paid to go. Who the hell got that kind of money? Right now, I just told you my car's sitting there trying to figure out that $5 a gallon for their gas. So let me be really honest with you guys, is that I was appalled to see all of those celebs there in a time where I've seen some of those celebs say how terrible it is that things are going on. We are at a major crisis. If you guys, and I know that if I say this, Miss Bookworm, because they've been talking about New Jersey and Cherry Hill and how they're going to get rid of these school teachers and they're going to
Yup.
consolidate these schools.
A
And
lot
now,
of them.
how are your children getting educated? How are these children getting educated at this point? And so it's bigger than that. There are children that are not getting fed, that they taking away those programs. There are children that are not going to have those what is it, IP or whatever they call it, to help them get through those cycles of not being able to understand that they can't sit in a typical classroom and still get the needs that they need. And I feel like this is what we're talking about, the fucking Met. And it
Mhm.
was all about dressing up. Are y'all kidding me? And I was very disappointed to see the people that were there, that I've heard their voices on other occasions say how terrible things are, but y'all didn't think this was terrible to show up at the Met because you wanted to make sure, for celebrity purposes, that you make an appearance, that you make it known, because you want to stay on what, the radar. So this is all I'm going to say about it, because guess what, we're conversating about it, which means it's giving it steam. I don't want to give it any. I want to still talk about the fact that Spirit Airlines, even though I've never flown it, has come to an end abruptly, and 7,000 people are now without jobs. And guess what? We know with these other airlines, because I think you guys talked about Delta don't even want to give you a fucking cookie anymore.
No, you ain't getting
Are we?
no cookie. I'm not.
Okay,
Listen,
If you
y'all
go
know
at
I'm mad about my Biscoffs. Because
okay.
now,
I
if
mean,
I fly from here to home, which is probably within that time frame of about 45 minutes to an hour, because
yeah,
I'm purchasing a regular seat, I don't
yeah,
get no Biscoff.
yeah.
The
yep.
fuck?
No,
Not
you
if
should be
you're under
pissed off,
300
like
miles.
a disc
That's
off.
okay.
You
I'm
should
gonna
be
shop at
pissed
BJ's.
off
I'm gonna have my
like a disc
Biscoff.
off. Yeah, but I'm
Yep.
just saying. I'm saying that those people are not going to go and hire these people.
No,
They,
no,
they're complaining about the prices of gas, and they're also complaining that they don't want to feed you a snack. This was what cracks
They
me up.
can't
We,
hire them. They
okay,
can't. They
nope.
they trying to stay
no,
afloat too.
that's right.
Don't let
But
think
this
that
is
just because
crazy.
it's Delta that they not struggling either.
Okay,
They're
what?
all
Let's no,
All
no,
struggling.
of
let,
them are.
no.
That's
Let
why
me
they
talk
ain't giving
about
us
their
no bus
struggle.
cars.
Let's talk about the struggle. We bailed their fucking asses out how many years ago?
Yep,
Yup,
Okay.
yup,
yep.
yup, yup, yup,
No, no,
yup.
no, no. I don't want to hear about no struggle. I want to hear about them, the fucking banks. We have helped them out. The farmers, who 30% of y'all assholes asked for this man to find that your farms are going down the drain. We can't get fertilizer because of this
Nope.
goddamn war. Tomatoes. I went to the damn store to get a tomato. It's $3.99 a pound.
It's
A
ridiculous.
pound. This is ridiculous, people. We can
But they
barely eat
still in
now.
here. They still telling us that everything's beautiful.
No,
Everything's
no.
No,
well.
I mean,
no,
but
it's
you eating
not.
that rubber ass chicken for hundred
Listen,
thousand
It's
dollars at
not.
the
real talk, y'all. On
gallon.
Saturday, the gas was $3.59. No
Yeah,
lie. Today,
Yeah,
the gas was $4.40. I'm like,
that's right.
what
yeah.
the hell? It
30.
Yep.
almost
It
jumped
has
almost
went
a
up.
dollar
The
in the last
national
2 or 3 days.
average has, yeah, it has went up at least 30 cents in
Mm-hmm.
1 week
Yep.
nationally.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Nationally.
And
It
nobody's
and
cost
for
of nobody's gotten a pay increase. Nobody said,
you're not
"Oh,
getting a
okay."
cost of living. A
We're not
cost of
supposed to
Nobody's
get a
getting
living
a cost of
cola.
raise
living.
is
That is not
out.
happening this
We're not
year.
we're not
Out.
seeing a cola. So now we're paying all this money for gas. We're paying all this money for food on the same salaries that a lot of us have been making for how long? We barely was when I was working and had a regular job, a full time job. I mean, I'm contracted now, and they still didn't want to give me the money I asked for. So I'm living, but that's what all we're doing right now. We're barely living, and some people are barely living. And I
No,
want you
seriously.
guys. I'm being serious. I want you guys that
Yep.
are barely living, put that fucking pride to a side. At this point, you're in what we call struggle, right? And we will help people that are in struggle if we can, because we don't want to see anybody struggle. But you got to put your pride to the side. Show up at those food banks if you have to. If you can't feed your family, you cannot let yourself or your children go home. And a lot of people will go and say, "Well, I'm just going to feed my kids and I'll go to bed hungry." We're back to your mental health and your physical health combination. It will not work. I want y'all to hear me, okay? So I'm
And
being
not
real
only
serious.
that, a lot of people are also trying to. We had a bad winter. We had a cold
Yeah,
winter.
yeah.
And people are, it's May right now. And as of what, April 1st, they can start cutting your shutting your heat
Yeah,
off
girl.
and shutting everything down because you had such a high winter bill that you're just trying to make payments on February's electric bill. And now you got to realize I also, my groceries are going up. Like everything
Uh,
except your salary
that's
is
right. That's
going
going
up.
up. Yep.
Basically,
The unemployment rate is going up.
Yeah. They can keep
Gas
time. Yeah.
is
Going
going
through
up.
the roof.
Everything is
And then
going up.
if you got 401k, all your
That
money
ain't
is
going
going
up.
down. It's going down the drain. What the
That
fuck?
ain't going up.
I mean,
that is
I
not
just
going up.
I just think that we need to really have that
Weed
conversation.
isn't going up.
That's
Weed
good.
hasn't gone up yet.
That could help some people's mental health. Just
But
saying.
you'll never know because that fertilizer is not getting here. So you might see a
You know
push.
what?
That's
That
all
is
right.
true. That's
That's all
true.
right. I will
Yeah.
listen. The way that mulch that we have outside smells, I promise you, I could grow some shit in my backyard a little bit. I'm pretty sure it might not be no good shit, but it'll be something. I'm
That is
telling you.
hilarious.
But yeah, we need to see this for what it is.
Yeah.
We all need to get in survival mode. And I'm gonna say the last thing I'm gonna say: if you're not fucking voting, then this predicament you're in right now, it's only going to get worse. People stop this. I don't vote. I listen.
Well,
We just
we're
saw.
gonna pause that. We're gonna save that for
Yeah,
next week
yeah.
because
But I'm just
'cause,
saying,
because we'll be the gone down a
girl.
rabbit hole because
Yeah, I
that's
don't want to
something
go
that
too
we
far
all
down that
very
rabbit
passionate
hole.
about.
Yeah, so
So
I'm real upset
we're
about
gonna
that. But yeah,
yeah, we're gonna talk about that next week. I want to use our platform and our time next week to talk about voting. There's voting coming up. I know, Georgia, we're getting ready to do the primaries, and there's a lot of things coming down the pipeline, and I want to make sure people are thinking about that. If you're gonna be out of town, prior
leave
to
it.
voting, you need to make
Oh,
sure you're doing early voting, things like that. So
yes.
we're definitely gonna,
Yes, yes.
use our platform next week to
For
talk
that.
about that.
Okay.
So I'm gonna let's talk about
We'll shelf
before we
that
get into
for
yeah, we'll shelf that because I definitely want it to be something that
I'm
doesn't
sorry.
get lost in our conversation because I think it's with everything that they're doing over there in the federal government, it is super important that we make sure that that topic gets its own time, its own hour. And I
Mm-hmm.
don't want it to get lost in all the fluff that we have going on today. But um, y'all, the Stefan Diggs, and what's homegirl name? What's the chef? I don't remember the
I
chef's name. I don't
I
know her
don't
name.
I'll look
either.
it up.
All I
Yeah,
know is that video, that video of her dancing. I'm like, listen, I want to be team female all the time, y'all. Y'all know I do. When somebody say they being assaulted, I always want to believe the victim until the person that they're saying they're accusing can prove that they did.
Can
Like I
prove
don't want to.
otherwise.
Right, I don't want to be like bashing no victim. But girl,
her
Girl,
name is
girl.
Jamila
come on,
Adams.
And
girl.
we have to call her a girl because that's just how you're behaving.
Like it won't when you was doing your testimony, a lot of it won't adding up to begin with, and then that
None of
video
it
just.
was. Sealed the deal.
Let
I'm
me
gonna need
just
y'all
say
to
Sealed the
this.
stop.
deal.
I'm gonna need y'all to stop.
Yeah,
Stop doing this.
I full. And you know what, V? I'm on the road that you're on right now. I need you to sit your asses down, okay? You guys chase after these men, okay? And then you want to cry foul. There are women out here getting raped seriously and getting abused by men on a serious note, and we playing
And you
around with your
plotting.
ass, with you
Plotting.
assholes plotting for some money because that man ain't thinking about your ass anymore. That you were having a relationship with him at
Hmm.
points when he was having a relationship with other women. So you were well aware the person that you were dealing with, and now you want some restitution or whatever. It's women like you that I find to be the most disgusting human beings on earth. Could you crawl back under that fucking rock that you came from? And I hope the worms attack your ass because there are women seriously being harmed and you are wasting time. And when women do this, this is what makes
Hmm.
our cases much weaker when we're trying
Hmm.
to get our point across that somebody has done some harm to us. So I'm
Yep.
sorry, guys. No, I'm not team your ass. Listen, go sit down somewhere. Go find something else to do with your time. And I don't know how good your goddamn food is right about now, but I would not tell anybody to eat none of that shit
She just
because
ruined it for
all
herself.
you were doing was throwing ass to me. And
Right.
so I
That's
And
want
it's
to
it.
know
like,
what you think cooking.
he was with Cardi B. She got
Yeah,
jealous. She mad about it.
Yeah.
yeah.
Woman
And
scorn.
yeah.
And
No,
she
she
must
And
have
you
wasn't
got
want
the
to
even a woman
put a whole
scorn.
case on this man?
but no
Like,
girl. She
Yeah.
was like a grown ass woman. She didn't. She wasn't no girl. She was a grown ass. She was older than him. She looked older than him.
But her maturity and her
Yeah,
personality and your shystiness and your shenanigans makes you no better than a child out
that's right.
here
Yep.
acting up. Like
yep.
you don't
No.
you just threw your life away trying to be trying to be slick. Trying to be slick, trying to get your money grabbed. And see, it's just money grabs gone wrong.
Mm,
And really, what has to happen is these celebrities, especially Cardi,
mm,
I'm down with her because she'll sue you in a minute. she will sue you in a minute. So he really needs to take a page out of Cardi's book, and you got to turn around and flip a civil suit on their asses.
Mm-hmm.
This will learn you. And no, you may not have any money, and you're going to put out money to. But you know what? You have some money. Take that money and throw her in this legal system and start. Hey,
Because these were
the day
criminal
she
charges, y'all. This wasn't
Yeah.
like I'm
right.
trying to sue you for $1 million. Like, yo, these were
No,
criminal
yes.
charges.
Right. Federal. These were you were strangulation, I think holds is a federal
It's a
offense. I
federal
don't know.
offense.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
it's a
thought
federal
so.
offense.
I thought so. So
I mean,
like
but you
no,
want
Crazy.
this man,
something needs to be
you
she
want
has to be held accountable. She
you
has to
want
be
this
held
man to
accountable for
lose his
this.
job on your bullshit.
His
And
livelihood.
the way he feeding his family, because shit, he got kids. He got
He's a
people.
whole father.
Yeah.
You almost took him down federally off of bullshit and lies and no, something like there needs to be a judge that says, "All right, now all of this you lost, but hold on. Now he has the right to civilly see." She would not file federal taxes for the rest of her life because I would be after her ass. Like just no, hold her in contempt, uh sue her, put her through the same bullshit that she and that will make these not gold digging, these money hungry, these what did I just call them earlier that they do these what I just referred to her as money grabs.
Money
Yeah.
grabs. Yes, I
You're
still
doing
remember.
all of this money grabbing and you need to be held accountable for it. Or you need your
Hmm.
ass beat, one or the other. Like something has to be. You can't just get away with this. Like
Right.
nah, no. I don't like that. I don't like that kind of stuff. I don't like lies or trying to take someone's character and livelihood. I don't care celebrity or not.
No, I don't either. Listen,
And this happens
too
in the
often, but it's happening too often lately, and
It
way
I'm
too
is.
just
often.
and I'm like saying it it comes down to a credibility. But as black women, they take us all down. They just
And
don't
you
take
wasted
one.
time. You
They
They
wasted
don't
take us
believe us
all
court's
when we're
down.
time.
telling the truth, and now you out
Any
here
old
lying.
That's
way.
right. Yeah.
They don't like us. Hello,
No.
ma'am. They don't like
Yeah.
us.
Please remind
So
these asshole people they don't like us. And so now
stop
you
it.
just making it worse. Like everybody's looking for a come up. Listen, do you know there's some poor chicks out here with that same old low down Negro, and she rocking with him. She probably carrying the load with him, and she still considered still a friend would say, "Oh man, you buy her a gift. Oh man, she a gold digger." Really?
Right. Right.
No. We gotta stop this. We gotta stop women from doing this. Listen, I ain't got no problem with you if somebody wants to take care of you. So be it. That's your business. But don't
Hmm.
you come in and start trying to grab up every little bit because you throwing a piece of ass. Girl, do you know how many people got the same thing you got? Okay, I'm gonna
Hey,
leave it right there.
here's a hint. All women do. We
All
all
of
got
them.
the same.
Yep, we do. I
Check.
don't care how
It's
you
there.
flipping it and tricking it.
Check. It's
We
right
all got the
there.
same. It ain't no different. And guess what? Please
And most of
also
these kind
believe.
of men that, first of all, when I'm your friend, turn lover,
Yep.
turn chef, that
Once
tell
you
you right
cross the
there
line,
Yeah.
boom.
that
Yeah.
that you know different than
The
nobody
game has
else. You just
Yep.
changed. The game has yep.
as a friend, you should have known and seen what he was up to. Everybody
Yep.
know what Stefan Diggs be up
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
Why'd you
How
think
many
you'd be
kids
any
he got?
different?
Two, three.
Hell,
He got three
Cardi
or
B
four
was sitting over
kids.
there with a whole baby in
Cardi
her stomach
knew.
and knew that he
Cardi
won't
knew.
shit.
Yeah.
Cardi
Come
knew
on.
before from the
Right. That's what I'm
beginning.
saying. Before she got that baby in her stomach, she knew
Yeah.
what was up. Like, come on now.
Damn it.
Stop. Stop thinking you different and getting mad and putting
Hmm.
criminal charges on these black men because you
Yeah.
mad you didn't got your little feelings hurt.
Hmm. Girl, go sit down somewhere.
I'm
We
so
over
glad they
you.
had that little video. I'm so glad. Let
That's
her
what
look like the
saved it.
clown she is.
That's it. That's it.
So, anywho, let's get into our dirty laundry. What we got going on
Oh, girl.
weekday?
Mm, it's another one. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna start out by
It's
saying
another one.
it's another one. And listen, I think the lies people want to tell, that's their business. But I'm going to get into this business because you asked us. All right, I'm calling it emotional loophole.
Ooh.
Ladies, I made a huge mistake and I do not know how to correct it without ruining my marriage or even ruining the other person's relationship. I'm 46-year-old married with 5 kids.
Oh, goodness.
I have 3 daughters and twin boys. Two of my girls are in college, and my one daughter is soon to be married. I am a female. Let's get that. My twin boys are 13 years old. I've been married for 21 years. Life was great until 10 months ago. I lost my job. Yes, I'm one of them. I was a six-figure earner, and now my husband has to pick. Now the a loss the now excuse me, the loss of my salary is having a horrible effect on my marriage. We are spending a lot of
Okay.
time arguing, and he has picked up another job to keep our bills paid. I know I'm stalling, but I'm embarrassed about my behavior. I started an affair, emotional,
Oh.
with one of my son's friend's dad. He was also let go from his job, and we started to talk about how hard it has been to find a job. We would meet up during the day to go to lunch and sometimes sneak away for a movie. It seemed so innocent until we were speaking about our spouses and how they are treating us. He started saying how he and his wife have not been romantic in months. I told him my husband was not has not touched me in 6 months. He would tell me that my husband was an ass, not to notice how beautiful I am and sexy that I am. I felt so special around him. Well, last week our kids had an overnight trip and we volunteered to chaperone. While we were getting ready to leave for the trip, he kissed me. I was shocked. I told him that this could never happen again. I avoided him the entire time and been avoiding him since we've been back. He's texting and calling me. He said he is apologetic, but I do not know if I can look at him the same way. I'm scared he may be stalking me. I want to tell my husband so he can confront him, or I was thinking about telling his wife. Should I keep my mouth shut? What to do? Well, first of all, bitch, stop lying. That's the first thing I'm going to say. Stop the fucking lying. This ain't no emotional fair. Y'all were fucking.
Call the
And
thing
now
a
it's
thing.
not, let's call it a thing and thing. Now, I got two married, co-hosts with me, but I'm going to tell you as a single woman, you were fucking that man. You lying. You could you could try to make somebody believe that, but it ain't nothing emotional when you're going to lunch with somebody, y'all sneaking away, and you're telling him about your relationship with your spouse. Women, if you're telling somebody your relationship about your spouse or your boyfriend, and he's the opposite sex, what do you think is going to come about that? Because it's never good. It's never. Listen, I can tell you as a woman, single, yes, that it's never good when you're talking to another man that may be interested in you. Like y'all had some commonality, true, when you talked about both of y'all lost your jobs, whatever. But why the fuck weren't y'all talking about how y'all were getting another job?
That's the problem.
Not about what your spouses were not doing at home, but why weren't y'all talking about, okay, who's your connections? Who's that connection? You know anybody? I know
Networking.
somebody networking, and y'all sneaking away for lunches and fucking movies. Y'all was sneaking away doing much more than that. And now it's become too much. Now y'all sneaking away on trips with the kids, and now you're scared that the kids might find out. Somebody might start talking. Because let me tell you something about what my grandmother always said, and she ain't never told a lie. Somebody sees your bullshit. There's always somebody watching
Yep.
and looking and seeing what's going on. Please, what you got when you're hiding shit, somebody always knows it. So I'm telling you right now, stop lying. This ain't emotional. You want to tell your husband because you don't want nobody else to tell him. That's what this is really about. You want
That's
to run
it.
to him and say, baby,
You're
this is what
scared
really
now.
happened. You're scared. You're scared. Maybe one of them damn kids saw y'all. We don't know. But at this point, I don't think it's in your best interest to say a motherfucking thing. You already in trouble. You're a mess
Yeah.
right now. Okay? What I would do is like when they let me tell you a little funny secret. Let me tell you a little funny story. What people do, like when you get in trouble at work and you like they get ready, they might fire your ass. What did we do? What did we talk about earlier? You go and you do and you make an appointment, what is called EAP, where you would go to and say, listen, let me go get me a counselor to help me through this. And they be like, okay, she's going to get help because you know her anger issue. What I think that's what you should be doing right about now because somebody's going to tell your husband. It's going to come out, and you got to figure out how you're going to go and strategize to figure out. So you think calling that guy's wife is going to help you?
Nope.
The first thing I'm gonna tell you not to do is don't go to no other fucking woman telling her that problem. And why don't you have some damn girlfriends? That's what keeps us out of fucking trouble, right? It's our girls. They keep us from swaying that way and doing things we don't have no business doing. When you're telling your girls your business, no, I ain't hooking up with my friends, but I'm just telling them, girl, listen, this, that, and the other. And she would probably say, girl, stay away from that man. Cause you know you borderlining, you ain't feeling love, and somebody else is showing you some attention. So first of all, stop this fucking lying, cause it ain't working. I don't like people gaslighting my ass, and you trying to gaslight me up. So I'm gonna turn it over to Miss Bookworm.
Girl, you wrong. You are this lady who wrote this letter. You wrong because why are you a married woman trauma bonding with someone else's
I like that
husband?
word.
Why are you
Like
trauma bonding?
Yep.
Like you weren't networking. If this wasn't a networking discussion on we both lost our jobs, are you in the same field? Are you is he a part of the D9 where he knows someone who he can pass your resume to, vice versa? No. That wasn't you were trauma bonding. You were going out to lunch when you should have been going out on interviews. You were watching movies and going to the movies when you should have been setting up your resume, when you should have been restructuring. You should have been on Indeed. You should have been doing what needed to be done because number one, you lost a six-figure job. You don't have any time to be going out to lunch or to the movies with someone else who lost possibly their six-figure job, and you're both married, and where everything went wrong, where the lines were crossed, is that you both decided to talk about your spouses in a negative light. And those, once you start talking about your spouse in a negative light to someone of the opposite sex that could be interested in you, that right there opens up a whole nother can of worms. That is a Pandora's box. Why are you trauma bonding over work? And now you two are trauma bonding over your marriages? And then the both of you decide to be chaperones. What were you thinking? You have been married, you said 20 some years, and you're
Hmm.
40 something. You haven't been out the game that long. You didn't get married straight out the door. So therefore, you know you're wrong. He knows he's wrong. And now, because he took a physical initiative, it's because he thought he could. Something in your conversations, something in your actions. And at 41, I don't think you're too damn dumb to realize what was really going on. You can't be that naive. Not making six figures. You can't be that naive. And now the physical started. Now you're shocked. Now you're taken aback. No, you scared. You scared someone saw you. Just like Weekday said, you scared someone saw you. You scared it's gonna get back to your husband. Why? You're scared because you know what you were doing was wrong. That's it. Guilt breeds fear. That's all. And now you want to try to fix or get ahead of by telling your husband what? What are you going to tell him? You were going out to lunch and to the movies with your kid's friend's father who happens to be married? How that sound? Exactly how it sounds. So you don't have no business telling that woman, his wife, anything. That's his cross to bear. And if he feels like crossing it, hey, let the chips fall where they may. But you started something that should have never been started. You might have been thinking it was innocent, but nowhere in this scenario does any of this scream innocence. Not in somebody who's married eyes. And sure enough, wasn't in someone who was singles eyes because Weekday hit it spot on. So, what are you doing? No, you don't have no business telling that lady anything. And if your guilt starts to overwhelm you and eat you up inside, tell your husband whatever you think he can handle. But listen, you wrong. You wrong. And
Yep.
I don't think you were looking for validation. I, I don't even know what her question was, come to think of it, but I'm just going to tell you. Oh, it was to tell no, no. Now you want to be scared and I don't know what
So
to tell you because I don't know how your marriage dynamic is. If you, some things, you going to be walking
listen,
around scared that this man is going to say something and you might as well clear your conscience, honey. I don't know what to tell
I
you.
agree. So I'm gonna just say this from the jump. I'm married. I'm also somebody that has a lot of guy friends, as y'all know. Before I had kids, all my friends were guys. I had to go find me some girlfriends because they couldn't help me with this whole raising children and having a husband
Right.
scenario. I won't about to sit there and talk to them about, woe is me. My husband ain't doing this and I got these kids. I needed to go find me some girlfriends, right? I had enough sense to know I don't have them conversations with my guy friends. And my guy friends, when I say they like my brothers, they like my brothers. I don't see them that way. I assume they don't see me that way. But even with that being said, I'm not having them kind of conversations. I'm not talking about losing jobs. I may have certain conversations with them, but they're never going to go to the point where we having lunch and movies. What are we doing? You are a married woman. You should not be having that
Yep.
conversation with your kids' friends. Daddy, come on now. You were teasing him. You were being a tease. He assumed that you wanted to take it to the next level, especially since y'all done both signed up to be chaperones. He think it's about to be on and popping this weekend. This is your first time being able to get away from y'all spouses. And so he's coming in for the kill. I
He
don't think
and
they was
just
fucking
as a
before this.
man would.
Right. I don't think they was fucking before this. I think that this was his initial, like, okay, let's make this
Let me
physical.
see.
I really do. And she was being a tease. She was enjoying the attention, but she wasn't gonna take it that far. And so once he did that, it was like, oh, whoa. Like, no. Like I just want the attention. I just want you to tell me I'm cute and I'm pretty and I just want to go out to lunch and have all this attention and what meanwhile, I understand your man ain't been fucking you for the last 6 months, but he also out there working like a dog
You
because
ain't
your
lying. He
6 figure
ain't got the
salary
energy of a
is gone. And instead of you out there trying to find another job, you out here playing
having
tease
lunch,
with this dude.
having lunch
So
dates with some nigga.
no, you don't need to be telling his wife anything. That's a punk move. If you two don't play with the big boys if you can't handle it. That's number one. You done got yourself in this shit. You are not about to bring this other woman into your shit. That's his responsibility. Okay? That's number one. Number two, if you choose to tell your husband, then to clear your conscience to whatever you think this man stalking you, the man ain't stalking
Child.
her. Y'all know that man ain't
No.
stalking her. She done
He
got
ain't thinking
herself
about
caught
her.
up in something more than what she was trying to get herself caught up in, and now she freaking the fuck out.
She's scared.
So if you want to tell your husband to clear your conscience, you go right ahead. But you leave that man and his wife and his kids out of your business. And you need to go find you a job. You need to go, what we talked about
Quickly,
mental health,
you
you need to
need
go find you a therapist and figure out why the fuck you doing what you're
because
doing.
because idle hands is the devil's
Devil's
workshop.
workshop. Amen. It's
Okay?
always
Go
happening.
you got some strengths. Go find make you a job. Do something other than going on dates with other men, having lunch.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
do you and your husband, I guess y'all not talking because he ain't never asked what you be doing all day.
That's
He
right.
tired. He tired from working his own damn
Mm,
self. He working two
listen,
jobs. He tired.
listen. The other day, true story.
Alexa,
One of the
shut up.
ladies, she interrupts. She want to be a part of our podcast so bad. She interrupts
So bad.
every week.
It's funny because
Three
y'all ain't heard me
aunties, a
say
Mike and
nothing.
Alexa.
Y'all ain't heard me
Exactly.
say nothing. And she talking.
That's funny. So my husband goes into court. He's in that field, so he won't in court for going to court. He was supposed to be in court because he worked for the courts. Anywho, he's putting that out there. I don't need to be everybody like, oh, what your man in court for? So anyway, one of the ladies at the court was like, oh, let me give you some lotion. I see your hands are dry. The fuck you giving my man some lotion for? So y'all know my trifling ass. I bought some lotion. Said, here's some lotion from your wife. You can give her
Yep.
her lotion back.
Yep. Yep.
Hmm.
Like, I
It
don't
starts
see
with the
how
dog
any
shit.
of that, I don't see how you having this is what I will say. You need to be worried more about what's going on with you and your husband instead of trying to start something new with this dude and getting emotionally
Mm-hmm.
wrapped up in him. You need to be having a conversation with your husband, letting him know how you feeling and figuring out where this relationship is going to go. I said my
Because
little
you
piece to
looking for
say,
things.
I don't miss
Mm-hmm.
much. My husband ain't gonna be going out to lunch and movie nights and crap with some other female, and I don't know about it. At some point, like Weekday said, the truth gonna come to the light. Okay?
Yep.
Yeah.
Because I found out about this lotion and I made sure I checked that shit. Like no, mm-mm, mm-mm.
No, I just feel like
I lotion my
you
man's
just.
ashy hands, not you. And why are you looking at my
That's
man's hands anyway? He
I
here
just
for
want to.
court, not for
I think
hands.
I need to bring to her attention. If he did that to his wife, what would he do to you?
ain't
And
that
I'm
the
just gonna
truth.
leave it right there. You know,
Yep.
if he's doing that to his wife and he's making you feel great, then why ain't he making his wife feel that same greatness
And
that you
this
felt
ain't going
about him?
nowhere.
Yeah,
This
and this ain't
won't be
going nowhere.
going anywhere. So knock it
First of
off.
all,
This is
don't get in
not
no
going to go
emotional.
anywhere.
Don't get into an
Right.
emotional relationship with anybody that's not your spouse, but
That's right.
especially with your kids' friend's
Yeah,
father. Do you know the
yeah,
kind of effect that's gonna have on your child? He is 13 years old. Like we're not even talking about that. Like when he finds this issue out, and then that other boy find out, and then they convert. You
yeah.
might have messed up a whole friendship behind
Right.
emotional
Right. Being
connection.
sneaky.
Being sneaky, I'm telling you.
You ain't
That's
even
all.
getting
You just
none.
being sneaky. Y'all both being sneaky. He
So,
need to be going out there pounding the pavement his own damn
Yeah,
self.
exactly.
so I'm gonna
He
say
doing
this
lunch. He should be driving a Uber and shit instead of being
as we
worrying
Right.
wrap
about
this
his
up. I'm gonna say this. I know we was a little harsh on you, but we aunties and we don't we tell the truth
credit.
around
Here
here. And
go
we
that
tell y'all,
cancer.
we
Ah,
listen.
pish posh.
We tell this. I tell this disclaimer every week. Don't write us
That's the
And
if
you
you
know
don't
that,
want the
cancer.
truth.
and you know that she's the only one that tells that disclaimer.
Because I'm not doing that.
I'm not doing it.
Listen, whatever y'all. This is why I'm in the middle because y'all need some separation towards this So, anywho, we're not trying to bash you, but we just telling you the truth. And sometimes you got to hear the truth in a harsh way to get it through your head that you can't do this shit no more. Okay? So go get on your
And you
knees.
asked.
You need to repent. Go get you a therapist so you can work through your issues and that you can figure out how to move forward. Okay? But don't
That's
do this
it.
ish no more. Just like don't.
Nope.
Okay? No. Mm-mm. So anyway, if you want us to answer a question, help you with a situation, reach out to us at three aunties and a mic at gmail.com. You can also hit us up on our social media platform. Any of them at three aunties and a mic. The three is spelled out THREE. For those that are our loyal listeners, we thank you so much for always tuning in. For those that are newbies, don't be a stranger. You can like us on social media, follow us on your favorite streaming platform, follow us and like us on YouTube so that you don't miss a single episode. And as always, ladies, thank you for joining me and the conversation. And I'm glad that I am here to be able to keep you Tauruses in line. Until next
Whatever.
time, peace and love.
It's still Taurus season.
Yes,
Yes,
it is.
it is.
And we love you, nieces and nephews.
Smooches.